Terġa' segwi dan il-programm fuq Net on Demand.
Grazzi li tissegwu il-Culture News illum, sinjuri. Ġejna nżuru l-esibizzjoni ta' Alexia Coppini, il-Belt Valletta.
This exhibition is entitled Beaumont. It's a collection, a new collection of 30 paintings. They are mainly seascapes. They are oil on canvas. It's my style. I'm a marine artist. And yes, there's also a new style of work where I use gold leaf. It's been extremely well received. And it's a very tricky way of interpreting the sun, the moon, the waves. But it's very exciting and very new, and has been very well received. Yes, there's pinks and mauves. As I said, I'm a marine artist, so, the sky, the seas, the seasons change, the colors change, and it also very much depends on, when the exhibition is held. We're coming into spring, so I do enjoy presenting lighter colors. And yes, it's always great to paint and present new paintings. Well, I paint practically every day. I have a studio here in Malta, and I spend my time in Sicily too. So I paint, as I said, practically every day, and I've been working since right after Christmas. So it's been quite a journey, but as always, a pleasure. It's an effort for me not to paint. If it were up to me, I'd be painting all the time. So yes, it's here for people to enjoy. You're free to make an appointment and come and see the collection. It's housed in a beautiful courtyard, which has been renovated to very high standards. The Maltese stonework is, respected and enjoyed by all, and the paintings, of course, lend themselves so well in such a beautiful atmosphere with so much natural light. It's a really beautiful place. They can visit my website, which is alexiacoppini.com, and there are past collections. There's this new collection. I also paint watercolor portraits of people, pets as well, are very, very popular and always fun to do. So yes, there's a big variety. I've also been quite active with pop art portraits. People enjoy, the more contemporary look. So I've worked on pop art portraits, and yes. When they invite an artist, I was invited to exhibit here 2 years ago. There's a long waiting list of artists to exhibit. As I said, it's an absolutely stunning place. I'm not surprised. So, once you do put your foot in the door, you're here for 3 months. So it's open until the end of June. I've painted quite a number of olive trees. I paint them especially when I'm in Sicily because I'm surrounded by them, by olive groves, nature, flowers, carob trees, all sorts. So it's a very different scene to Malta, which is where I also live, or the Caribbean, where I used to live, where it was primarily sea. Whereas, as I said, when I'm in Sicily, I'm surrounded by trees, so I'm very inspired to paint the trees. And there is one such tree with gold leaf, as I mentioned initially. And it really brings out, the beauty, the age of the olive tree, the different colors, the gold, and then, shining through the leaves. It's a very descriptive piece and can be interpreted in many ways, which is something I really try and portray in every painting that I paint. Well, I started painting, I've been painting all my life. My mother used to say that I never played with dolls. I always had, paper and coloring pencils, and those were my toys. And then, in time, of course, I studied art and carried on, but I used to paint nude paintings and watercolor paintings, and that was what I studied mainly. Until one day I had a commission to paint, a sunrise, sunset, seascape, whatever it was. And I declined. I said, I'm sorry. I said, it's not my subject. I can put you in touch with somebody else. But this client insisted, and I said, all right, I'll paint the pieces and see how it goes. And I must say, I just fell in love with the subject. And this happened in 2008. And I have been exhibiting since. I've exhibited in over 26 solo exhibitions, not only in Malta, of course, in the Caribbean, in America, in Florida mainly, also in Rome, in London, in Germany. I was invited to exhibit 5 paintings at the 200th anniversary of Anton Schranz, who is a relative of mine, incidentally. He was also a marine artist, and I was asked to export 5 of my pieces to Ossenhausen. So that was a great experience. I've, as I said, also exhibited in London, in Sardinia twice. So it's been a great journey, I must say. And every year I'm, invited to present works, in different places, different locations, occasions. It's really been absolutely great, I must say. I've been invited to exhibit in October. I've been invited to exhibit at the Fenicia Hotel in Malta. And I always look forward to that very, very much. It's going to be my 4th time exhibiting there. This year it's going to be quite a different experience because the exhibition is going to be held in the ballroom. And there are a few surprises which I wouldn't really like to reveal much more about. However, once this exhibition is over, I will start working on the pieces for June. It will be quite a large exhibition, and it is really one of the highlights of the year for me.
Signori, grazzi li segwejtu il-Culture News illum fej żorna l-esibizzjoni ta' Alexia Coppini li hija artista Maltija stablita. Jekk tixtiequ tagħmlu xi kummenti jew tibatu xi mistoqsijiet, in-numru tal-WhatsApp jidher fuq l-iskrin. Jiena Lea Hogg għal Net TV nixtieqilkom il-lejl tajjeb.